Welcome to a perhaps unpopular Nonsense Wars production. This old space model comes from 2013, and I wanted to document it as we aren't too big into space stuff these days, and I'm finally taking it apart. This design is supposed to be a light-armed Courier. In the Confederate League original universe, electromagnetic waves can't travel through hyperspace, so interstellar communication must travel by physical craft. Thus, the need arises for a small, fast ship mainly carrying data that can perhaps fend off the occasional ruffian it can't outrun. I built the ship to improve upon a previous Courier design done way back in the mid-2000s. That older model followed the same template, a small ship with huge engines, but it optimized for our modular space standard and had little aesthetic consideration, save for the sloped-off corners and the occasional greeble. The T-shaped layout actually derives from another failed project, an earlier version of what would eventually become my last big space model. A lot of my old space designs had a very traditional cross shape, and I wanted to experiment with something different. I didn't like how this quote-unquote bulldog form looked on a big model, but I felt it could look good on a small one. The modular standard made its final appearance in 2014, after which I only built single-piece ships with a focus on unified styling. I still really like the two Art Deco styled ships I built around this time, and the third ship, this one, still has some traces of that flavor. These offset parallel ridges finish off the rear of each form, the body, the engines, and the rear pods. Also, all of the forward surfaces have roughly the same horizontal curve, whereas all of the backward surfaces have roughly the same vertical curve. On top of that, the ship has a rough top-to-bottom symmetry, with each bottom greeble having an equivalently sized top greeble or set of greebles. The greebles themselves mostly consist of lights, headlights, rear lights, and side lights. There are also the guns, an antenna, and a hatch. The landing gear is just fixed boat studs, but these combined with their triangular layout give the model a sturdy and stable base even on rough terrain. Finally, I mostly built the ship studs up, but it does have some studs sideways, most notably on the front of the body and the sides of the engines. The cab contains the only interior space, but some of the sides come off for minifig access. The side ramps fold open, but the doors don't move. The rest of the ship is actually pretty densely packed with structural parts, which in turn make it fairly heavy for the size. And that's pretty much it. A studio file is available for perusal. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.